for more than 8,000 devotees on a single meal that will be served, and also he has served at Kumbh Mela. So we are very, very fortunate that His Grace Damodar Prabhu is here and going to address us on the threefold mercy to overcome the threefold miseries. So let's welcome Damodar Prabhu. Thank you, Damodar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. We'll chant the invocation prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shadakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shandevadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to His Holiness Hari Vilas Maharaj. Today morning he gave a very beautiful class, very insightful, very inspiring. So, on his, by his instructions, by his blessings, I am sitting here to speak to you all. Also, I like to express thanks to His Grace Vrajanaman Prabhu and his family for hosting us. Radha Gopinath Prabhu, who just gave the seminar, and myself, we both are staying with him. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you for being present here this evening to give me the opportunity to speak on this topic. I would like to recite a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. We were in New Vrindavan in West Virginia. Hare Krishna. And we were talking to Varsana Swami Maharaj. And we were talking about this scripture called Chaitanya Charitamrita, which describes the life, teachings and pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. So Maharaj said, if all the books in all the libraries, they somehow are destroyed, there is some great flood, all the books in all the libraries, they are no longer readable, practically destroyed, there will be no loss if one book remains. The whole knowledge can be revived, which is important to mankind, using this one book, which is Chaitanya Charitamrita. So it's a especially very important book. What really matters to us in life, this book has everything that can give us happiness, joy, satisfaction, complete fulfillment in life, what the soul is looking for. So we will recite from this book one verse spoken by Lord Chaitanya himself. You can repeat behind me. I hope you are able to see the verse. Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana. Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva निरंतर कर कृष्णा नाम संकीर्तना. There are three things mentioned in this verse. Okay, let's do one more recitation, then I'll explain the meaning. We'll recite more. Please try to recite this verse behind me, line by line. प्रभु कहे न कृष्ण सेवा वैष्णव सेवना. निरंतर कर कृष्णा नाम संकीर्तन. So there is a place called Kulinagram in West Bengal, from where the devotees would come every year for Rath Yatra to Jagannath Puri. And Lord Chaitanya was staying at Jagannath Puri, and every year they would come, and while departing, one of the years they asked Lord Chaitanya, please tell us what is our duty, what is the duty in the human form of life, what should we do to be progressive in our life. So Lord Chaitanya answered this question by giving us threefold duty. So threefold duty is being mentioned, and we are discussing the topic on threefold mercy. In carrying out our duty, our spiritual duty, in that there is mercy of the Lord. So in this threefold duty is the threefold mercy by which we can overcome threefold misery. So please repeat this verse once again. So three things are being mentioned. Once again the verse can be displayed. Prabhu kahena, Lord Chaitanya said, Krishna seva, serve Lord Krishna. How do we serve Lord Krishna? One practical way we can serve Lord Krishna is to serve him in his deity form. Krishna appears as his deity. So Lord Chaitanya is saying, serve the deity form of the Lord, Krishna seva, but not just the deity, serve the devotees. Vaishnava sevan. Prabhu kahen Krishna seva, Vaishnava sevan. The second full duty is serve the devotees. And third, the most important duty is to chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Lord Chaitanya is instructing us in this threefold duty. Serve Krishna, serve the devotees, and always chant the name of the Lord. So please once again, let's recite this verse from the heart in a loud voice. Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana. Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana. Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana. Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana. Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana. निरंतर कर कृष्णा नाम संकीर्तना. निरंतर कर कृष्णा नाम संकीर्तना. Okay, if some of you would like to recite, just like I recited, recite, and then we'll repeat behind you. Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana.
Prabhu kahena Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana.
Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana.
Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana.
Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana. Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Nirantara Kara Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Yes, from the ladies' side. Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Nirantara Kara Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Yes, we can have few more recitations. Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Nirantara Kara Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Hare Krishna. Yes, if someone else would like to recite.
Prabhu Kahena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevena.
Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Nirantara Kara Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Nirantara Kara Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Prabhu Gaena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Nirantara Kara Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you for reciting this verse. So we will discuss about this threefold duties briefly. Especially this is a very auspicious month. We call it a Purushottam Adhik Maas. There are three reasons why this month is called Adhik Maas. Right? Adhik means extra. This is extra month. So there are 12, usually 12 lunar months in a year of 30 days. Every 3 years there is an extra month. That means in this year there are 13 months, 13 lunar months. Of course, our solar year goes every year 12 and then the leap year and so on. But every 3 years there is an extra month which is called Adhik Maas. Fine. So this year there are 13 months, this is extra month. That's the reason one. And of course it's named behind Lord Krishna. There's another story, Purushottam. Second reason why it is called Adhik Maas is because it has got some extra blessings, extra potency, extra mercy. Adhik means extra. So by the words, by the promise of Lord Purushottam, Lord Shri Krishna, he has blessed this month with some extra mercy, extra potency, extra blessings. So therefore this is Purushottam Adhik Maas. Second reason. Third reason this is Adhik Maas is, if we put a little extra effort than what we are doing now in our spiritual life. Like we come on Sundays we are coming, we may be chanting few rounds, reading something, hearing something. But if you put a little extra effort, Adhik is extra, then we can get exponential results. How much exponential result? It's described that the same activity, same spiritual activity, when performed in Kartik month, which is very another auspicious month, gives 1,000 times benefit. And in this month, it is even 1,000 times more. So 1,000 multiplied by 1,000. It is 1 million. So you can become a millionaire very easily. So any small activity will make you spiritually very rich, a spiritual millionaire. And you do a little more, you could be a billionaire. So that's the potency of this month. So we are going to discuss these three aspects: the threefold mercy, threefold duties enjoined by Lord Chaitanya himself, by which we can get so much extra mercy, especially in this month, and by which we can easily overcome threefold miseries. So, Prabhu kahena Krishna seva. So he is telling that your duty is to serve Krishna. Prabhupada encouraged all the devotees, especially all the householders, to have a deity form of the Lord within their home. And he would quote Bhakti Vinod Thakur, where Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that when there is glorification of the Lord, service to the Lord at home, the home becomes a holy place. Grihate goloka bhaya, Bhakti Vinod Thakur has said. So when we serve the Lord, our home becomes his abode, it's become a holy place. So Prabhupada had encouraged that how Lord Krishna, by his mercy, appears in deity form, and he gives us the opportunity to serve him. If we have the faith that the deity form of the Lord, this Archa Vigraha, we call them Archa Vigraha, they are Supreme Lord himself, not different from him. The Lord reciprocates in that way. Ye yatha mam prabhaddante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham. So if we have the faith that deity is not different from the Lord will reciprocate with us in that way. I'd like to share one story. This year, a few months back only, we were in Sydney, and Prabhupada himself established the deities of Radha Gopinath at Sydney. Very small deities, just I would say, this size deities, 1.5 feet. Small deities, but very sweet deities, Radha Gopinath deities. Prabhupada went there for the installation ceremony, and he saw that the devotees were totally untrained. He had sent them the list of things to be organized for the deity installation, and nothing was organized. They had no clue of what to do. And Prabhupada became concerned. And he thought, I have brought the Supreme Lord, and none of them have any clue how to serve. How will I leave them in their hands? He reflected. He thought, but I don't know whether, how long will I live? Therefore, he made a request to the deities. He said, my Lord, you are there in everyone's heart. You train them how to serve you. Like we have deity worship seminars, and in Mayapur, there are 6 months course on how to serve the deities in all details. Can you imagine 6 month course? At least any small seminar also would be, 3 full days on serving the deities. But Prabhupada said, I do not have time to train them in how to serve you. Therefore, he requested the Lord, since you are in everyone's heart, you conduct seminar from within for everyone, personal, individual seminar for everyone. And inspire them, train them how to serve you. I am leaving them in your hands. You inspire them so that they take nice care of you. So with this prayer, Prabhupada installed Radha Gopinath at Sydney, and then he left. And next year when Prabhupada visited, he saw that the devotees had made a nice altar for the Lord. There were new outfits, the nice bhoga arrangement being, nice bhoga being offered. And Prabhupada became so happy to see. So indeed, the deities reciprocate with our sincere prayers. We all can experience that. We all can experience that. The deity is not different from the Supreme Lord. So, with faith, we serve the deities. Even those who do not have deities at home, Bhagavatam says, you could go to the temple, you can worship the Lord even without any paraphernalia. How? You come to the Lord just with the glance of affection, right? Just with the glance of love. Pujam dadur virchitam pranayavalokahe. When Krishna would go to the forest, the animals, the deer and the other animals, it's described that they would just look at the forms of Krishna and Balram with love-filled eyes. Just with great affection, they would glance at the Lord, as if they are offering worship. So just coming to the temple and glancing at the beautiful forms of Radha Neel Madhav, Gaur Nitai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Lakshmi Narsimha, just if we glance with affection, with a prayerful mood, that is also considered as worship, as per Srimad Bhagavatam. So you all, like you are coming today, in this month, you could come a little more frequently, as we discussed, Adhik Mas. Right? You could put a little extra effort. If possible, come daily. Right? In this particular month, offer a lamp to the Lord. And daily we have a lamp offering.
Yes.
Right? Daily here in the
Yes.
both morning and evening, there is an offering of lamp to the Lordship. What is the time? The information will be complete. 5:45 in the morning and after Gaur Aarti, that means around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Sunday around 8 o'clock, other days 7:30. So 7:30 daily on weekdays and 8 p.m. on Sundays, morning 5:45 a.m. Twice morning, evening, there is a lamp offering here in the temple. So take this little extra step, this Adhik Mas, and we can receive exponential mercy, a million times greater mercy. Our effort is multiplied by a million. So Lord's mercy is out of proportion than our effort. But we need to put some effort to show our sincerity to Krishna. So the deities of the Lord are not different from the Supreme Lord. And we can simply worship them even by coming to take darshan. What to speak of, if we can have the Lord at home, we can do shingar for them, we can offer bhoga, we can sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Just participating in kirtan is worship of the Lord. Chaitanya Charitamrita describes that in Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya is worshipped by Sankirtan. Sankirtan is worship of the Lord. So in this way, coming to the temple, participating in Sankirtan, having darshan of the Lord with the prayerful heart, and with one's glance filled with affection for Him, we worship Him. Krishna Seva. And those who have deities at home, Lord Chaitanya says there are two important considerations in serving the deities. He glorifies the service of one of his associates, whose name is Raghav Pandit. Hare Krishna Sevar Katha Suna Sarva Jana Param Pavitra Seva Ati Sarvottama. He says, please hear the service of Raghav Pandit to his deities. There are two important aspects of his service. Lord Chaitanya appreciates, glorifies. What are that? Parama Pavitra Seva. He serves the Lord with great purity. Purity of the heart and external purity. He keeps everything spotlessly neat and clean. Prabhupada was once asked, there were many cockroaches in the kitchen. Prabhupada, there are so many cockroaches in the kitchen. Can we kill them? Prabhupada said, you should be killed first. You have taken the vow of being a Brahmana, Brahmanical initiation, but you're not keeping cleanliness. Therefore, you should be killed first, Prabhupada said. Right? That means we have to keep everything neat and clean, and they will not be coming. You invite them first by keeping things unclean, and then you want to kill them. So Prabhupada replied like that. And another time he said, a clean kitchen is more important than an opulent offering. Right? In the service of the Lord, everything should be spotlessly clean. So that is Parama Pavitra. Externally, everything should be spotlessly clean in the service of the Lord. The altar, the kitchen. Kitchen is just an extension of the altar. Parama Pavitra Seva Ati Sarvottam. Ati Sarvottam means the best is offered to the deity. The best of what we can afford, as much as possible. So wherever you get the best fruits from, the best quality, like in US, I guess California apples are the best. Right? So you get the best variety of. Here Seattle also we have Washington apples are the best. Okay, and I think cherries also Washington cherries are the best. Is it? But if there are certain things which are not like, I'm sure you won't get the best mangoes here, right? You have to go south where there is a hot zone. So wherever you get the best thing, the best product, you source it from there and offer to the Lord. So that is called Ati Sarvottam, means we want to give the best to the Lord. In India especially, I'm not sure here, sometimes we receive a phone call, I have to donate something, I think the car, to donate a car to the temple. And because the car is, taking so much maintenance, they are fed up with the maintaining the car. So now they want to give the car to the temple. Or there are some grains, which are almost half eaten by the worms. And they bring it and say, please take this in donation. Some people do that. So they feel now this is useless for us. Let the temple make some use of it. So we get some, punya, some pious credit. So there is sometimes a mentality, something which is not of use for us, let that give that to Krishna or Krishna temple. But no, Lord Chaitanya says the best of everything should be offered to Krishna. Not something which is now useless for us. So that's the two important consideration in serving the deities. That's the first duty. We all should serve the Shri Vigraha, the deity form of the Lord. Prabhu Kayena Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana. Then second is Vaishnava Sevan. Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur says Krishna is to be served at all times. This is our important duty. But even more important is service to his devotees. More important than serving the deity is service to his devotees. And there is directly a verse to this effect. In Chaitanya Bhagavat described, Krishna seva hai teo Vaishnav seva bad. More important, greater than service to Krishna is service to his devotees. So this is established. Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna himself, who comes as his devotee, would take great pleasure in serving other devotees. To the extent that he would go and Lord Chaitanya would go to take bath in the river Ganges. And there sometimes the other devotees would be there, and he would say, they would see they have some laundry to be done. People earlier would do laundry at the river, flowing water. I will wash your clothes, I will do your laundry. I will carry water, Ganga water that you require to serve the deity forms at home. So Lord Chaitanya himself would volunteer and express eagerness to serve his own devotees in many ways. So, therefore, it is described that service to devotees is even superior or even greater. It's more important that we must serve the devotees. There is a story in the Sri Vaishnava tradition. There was a devotee called Kanchi Purna. He was serving Lord Varadraj. Lord Varadraj is beautiful deity form at Kanchipuram in South India. And Kanchi Purna would serve the deity form of the Lord. And because of his great loving service, the Lord would often converse with him. Lord would answer his, whatever he would ask, answer his questions, answer his prayers, everything. Lord would converse with him. It was known. So once one assistant, so Kanchi Purna was like the chief pujari. One of the assistant priests in the temple who would assist Kanchi Purna, he said, can you ask the Lord, I have one question, I have one inquiry. Can you ask the Lord, will I be going back to Vaikuntha at the end of this life? So Kanchi Purna said, fine, I'll ask Lord Varadraj. Lord Varadraj is the deity form of the Lord, he is Supreme Lord himself. So Kanchi Purna was fanning the Lord and he informed the Lord that the assistant pujari, he has this question that will he go back to Vaikuntha at the end of the life? Lord said, of course, he will surely come back to me, he will surely achieve my abode Vaikuntha. Because, because of his devotional service to me, because he's assisting you in serving me. So Kanchi Purna very happily informed the assistant pujari. And he began to think, I should ask for me also. Right? So he became inquisitive. I should ask for me also. So next day when he was fanning the Lord, he said, my Lord, well, I have no doubts, but still, I want to doubly confirm with you. What about me? Will I be coming to you? Will I be achieving your abode Vaikuntha at the end of this life? Lord said, certainly not. He was shocked. He said, but the person who is assisting me, right, he is going to achieve. How is that I am not going to achieve your abode at the end of the life? Lord said, you are serving me and I am reciprocating with you, but you haven't yet served my devotees. Only one who serves my devotee, not just alone me, one who serves my devotee, he is assured all perfection at the end of the life. And Vrindavan Thakur quotes a verse, Siddhir bhavati vaneti samshaya achyuta sevinam. So Siddhir bhavati vaneti, one will achieve perfection or not. Samshaya, this is doubtful. It is doubtful whether one will achieve perfection or not by serving Lord Krishna directly. Nishamshayastu tad bhakta paricharya ratatmana. But there is certainly no doubt of achieving perfection for one who serves his devotees. So, therefore, the scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavad, Chaitanya Charitamrita, they firmly establish this fact that service to the devotees of the Lord is even greater than service to Lord Krishna himself. So, therefore, this is one of the important aspects, one important understanding. We have been traveling and conducting devotee care seminar, devotee care course, that just like we have faith in the service of the Lord, we should have equal faith, if not more, in the service, in serving the devotees, in taking care of the devotees. This is established by the scriptures. So therefore, we should serve the deity form of the Lord, and more important, we should serve the devotees. The third aspect, our third duty, Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana. Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtan. So, our foremost of all duties is to chant the names of the Lord. Iha haite sarva siddhi haibe sabar. Lord Chaitanya has said, all perfection will come simply by chanting the names of the Lord. In Satyuga, Krite Tadhyayato Vishnum, people used to meditate for thousands of years with one pointed attention. His Holiness Harivilas Maharaj mentioned this morning, people cannot meditate for few minutes nowadays also. Suddenly they will remember, I have to check my Instagram, some posting, some message, right? The mind will be soon agitated. For few minutes also we cannot meditate without distraction. What to speak of hours, what to speak of days, weeks, years, right? Thousands of years, one pointed meditation. Just imagine, that was the capacity of people in Satyuga. Krite tadhyayato vishnum tretayam yajato makhehi. In Treta Yuga, people used to perform yagyas. And how long the yagya would last? Sometime years. The yagya would last for a year or more at stretch. And it would be so costly that even Yudhishthir Maharaj, in the days of great opulence, found it difficult to conduct a Rajasuya sacrifice. Krishna had to help him and tell him that there is a great amount of gold here left by King Marutta. Years long sacrifice. Nowadays, even if there is 1 hour sacrifice, people say there's too much of smoke. Complete it in half an hour only. Right? Can't tolerate. It's not possible nowadays. Nor do we get pure ingredients. Nor there are such brahmanas who can recite the mantras with great perfection. The devatas would personally come. Can you imagine? The devatas would personally come to take their share. Krite tadhyayato vishnum tretayam jato makhe dwapare paricharyayam. In the Dwapar Yuga, there was elaborate deity worship. Everything made of pure gold. Right? The ornament and the deity paraphernalia, everything of solid gold. With such opulence, with such... So, the way, and people used to achieve perfection by those process. The meditation, the yagyas, the opulent deity worship. Kalo tad hari kirtanat. The only duty in this age is to chant the names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, this is our first and the foremost duty in spiritual life, to chant the names of the Lord. And one can achieve the same perfection or even more by this easy method. What is the effort, what is the cost involved in chanting the Lord's name? Right? Just imagine the cost of the performing yagyas, years long, or deity worship with everything, golden ornaments, paraphernalia, everything pure, making so many offerings and so on and so forth. What is the effort and what is the cost involved in the chanting? Just one has to move lips, that much effort. One has to move the lips and the tongue. Minimum effort. And cost? Absolutely no cost. We become rich by chanting the Lord's name. We gain. So, for this age, the process given is the easiest. The minimum effort, there is no cost, but the maximum result comes by chanting the Lord's names. Therefore, all of you have come this evening in this auspicious month of Purushottam Adhik Maas. Please make a determination to daily chant the name of the Lord. At least take out few minutes. Or at least, say, I'll take out 5 minutes or 10 minutes to daily chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our life will become so sublime. You all will be able to experience it, chanting the name of the Lord. All perfection which which would come by Herculean effort in other times is possible just by the simple process of chanting the names of the Lord. And Prabhupada, he traveled to the West. He had only 40 rupees. Within a short time, he expanded, he formed the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And he had, within a short time, within a few years, he had an asset of 40 crore. That means 400 million INR, of course. This is in terms of Indian rupees. Prabhupada came with 40 rupees, and within short time he had 40 crore asset in ISKCON. So some of the business people, in India, the business class, they asked, Swamiji, what is the secret of your success within a short time from 40 to 40 crore? How could you do that? Prabhupada simply said, I just went to the West and I chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In the Ramayana, we hear of the battle between Ravana's army and Ram's army. So, one Sri Vaishnavacharya, he has analyzed, the pros and the cons. Like, if there is some tournament, some match, some World Cup is happening, which team has greater chances of winning. So there is an analysis done that Ravana's army is going to fight at their home pitch, Sri Lanka. And Ram's army, is not known. They are fighting on a foreign land. Therefore, one positive point, from this perspective, Ravana army has a greater chance of winning. Secondly, the army of Ravana is well equipped. They have all the sophisticated weapons. While what is the army of Lord Ram carrying? Some stones, and they will, pluck some branch from a tree. Just break some branch. So either some tree branch or some stones. So it's not at all sophisticated instruments. So from this perspective of having, the right kind of equipment, Ravana army is much better equipped. Therefore, there is a greater chance of Ravana army winning. Third, training. Training in fighting. These monkeys, they only know how to jump from one branch to another. They are not trained soldiers. While the Ravana's army had been professionally trained as soldiers to fight. So the professional training had been given to them. So from the viewpoint of training, again, Ravana army has a greater advantage. So looking at various factors, it seems that Ravana army has a much more greater advantage than Ram's army. Still Ram's army won. How is that? How the prediction of the analysts got false. How could the Ram army won? Only because of one reason, the Vaishnavacharya says. Because these monkey soldiers, they would chant the name of Lord Ram before doing anything, and they would say Jai Shri Ram and then throw a stone. They would say Jai Shri Ram, then pluck a branch from the tree and begin to fight. What they had was their faith in chanting the Lord's name, Lord Ram's name. And that superseded everything else. So that compensated for all the other shortcomings, and that one good quality superseded, and therefore they won. Therefore, in the battle of life, our victory will be determined by how much faith we have in chanting the Lord's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they are standing here with their hands upraised, you can see. There are, again, this is Chaitanya Bhagavat, another beautiful biography of Lord Chaitanya. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, there are two important points Gaur Nitai wants to teach us by raising hands. One thing is, raising one's hand is a sign of surrender. So we surrender to Lord Krishna by chanting the Lord's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is one aspect. Second aspect, he says, by raising hand, Lord Chaitanya is teaching us, raise your consciousness above the faults of this world. This world is filled with so many faults, doshas. There is something or the other always going wrong in this world. And we say, oh, this is wrong, this person is doing that, this is nonsense, that's not good, etc., etc. That raise your consciousness, this world will always be filled with faults and faulty people. But unless you have a specific service, try to tolerate to some extent. Don't concern yourself too much with the faults of others. Because our total energy will be consumed in that only, and we won't be able to focus our energy in anything progressive. We just keep seeing the faults. Therefore, they are teaching us, raise your consciousness above the faults of this world. Do not involve yourself in criticizing others, that you are not doing this properly, this is bad, this is wrong, etc., etc. Anindya kahai sadalah Krishna nam. So Lord Chaitanya is saying, Bahutuli jagatere bale gauradham. Bahutuli means raising hands. Lord Chaitanya is instructing everyone, raise your consciousness above the faults of others and chant the names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is a very beautiful excerpt from the writing of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It's like a form of conversation. A person is expressing difficulty. Like when we chant the Lord's name, there is some kind of struggle over there. So a person is speaking, he says, when I chant the Lord's name, my mind wanders all over the universe. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. He says, but I'm not able to concentrate on Krishna's name when I chant. Sometimes I, worry about I lament about the past, I worry about the future. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. But I have no attraction, I have no taste, I feel it's so boring chanting the Lord's name. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. But so many weird desires come to me when I chant, which otherwise don't come. Only during the chanting, so many weird desires, I feel some envy, anger, lust, all that come to my mind. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. But I am not able to feelingly pray to Krishna when I chant. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. Sometimes I chant midnight, even past 12 sometimes, and I'm feeling sleepy. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. You may say, why he insists that chant anyways? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, because there is no vow like chanting the holy name. There is no knowledge superior to chanting the Lord's name. There is no meditation which comes anywhere near chanting the Lord's name. There is no penance which is equal to it. Chanting of the Lord's name is the highest piety. It It is the highest vrata. It is the highest sacrifice. It is the highest form of study of the Vedic knowledge. The words of the Vedas do not possess sufficient power to glorify the Lord's name. It is the highest path to eternity and blissful life. Therefore, we should always chant the Lord's names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this way, Lord Chaitanya has mercifully instructed us in this threefold duty of serving the deity form of the Lord, Krishna Seva, serving the devotees, Vaishnava Sevan, and always chanting the Lord's name, Nama Sankirtan. So let's recite the verse which we began with, and we'll conclude at this point of time. Okay, you can recite behind me. Prabhu kahe na Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevana.
Prabhu kahe na Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevana.
Nirantar kar Krishna Nama Sankirtana.
Nirantara kar Krishna Nama Sankirtana.
Once loudly. Prabhu kahe na Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevana.
Prabhu kahe na Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevana.
Nirantar kar Krishna Nama Sankirtana.
Nirantara kar Krishna Nama Sankirtana.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Very grateful that you all came this evening and participated. Hare Krishna. Grateful to also His Holiness Harivilas Maharaj and the temple management for giving this opportunity. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. There are few announcements, and after that the Gaur Aarti will begin. So please continue to stay here.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for giving a wonderful lecture. And on behalf of the Vedic Culture Center ISKCON Seattle, we cheer Prabhu with 3 loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! So we'll start the Gaur Aarti in a couple of minutes. Before that, I have a couple of announcements. Our Sunday feast sponsors are Naresh Kumar Penta Prabhu on the occasion of Namanita's birthday. Hari Bol! How old is she? Oh. Shruti Shankar Raman and Subramshu Shahu Prabhu on the occasion of Purushottam month. This month is Purushottam month, very auspicious for all of us for following austerities and chanting more. Arun Chennur Prabhu is turning 22 years tomorrow, but he is already sponsored. Arun Chennur Prabhu is Gurudev Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu's son. He is actually doing the internship here. I don't know whether he is here, but he is turning 22 years and his first college internship. And myself, my family, we are sponsoring too. And the big announcements which we have is Flavors of India, which is Jagannath Rath Yatra, September 2nd and 3rd, 12 o'clock to 7 p.m. at Bellevue Crossroads Park. This is the annual, during the Labor Day weekend we do this. The September 2nd it starts, and September 3rd is actually Rath Yatra. We pull the cart and the Bellevue streets, and September 2nd and 3rd the festival is going to be at Bellevue Crossroads Park. So there is more details at the welcome desk, you can take it. And Sri Krishna Janmashtami is on Wednesday, September 6th. So we'll have midnight Aarti, we'll have a lot of stalls here and exhibits and food stalls. Parking will be at the Pine Lake Church, you can park. So please come for September 2nd and 3rd and September 6th. And before that is actually on August 30th, I think it's Balram Purnima. 30th, right? August 30th is Balram Purnima. So that's another major festival. So please be ready. And we'll have a volunteer appreciation day right after our Rath Yatra, our Janmashtami. For all the festivals which are done, we'll have volunteer appreciation day after Janmashtami. So we'll announce the date. That's about the feast sponsors and announcements. Now I have a couple of guests here who is part of the Samamesh City Council. Let me welcome them. If you can please come to the front. Mr. Kent Treen. Mr. Kent Treen is a current council member of City of Sammamish here. And then the next one I have Uma Coimbatore. She's first time she's contesting for the Sammamish City Council. I'll just give a brief details about them. They are available at the welcome when you are exiting the temple. They have a table there. You can interact with them. Part of our community is also to play our civil duties too, civic duty. So and that's how we make the connection with City Council, the city which we are living in. So Mr. Kent Treen is actually running for re-election. He's actually a school teacher in Bellevue School District. You said special teacher? At-risk students. So his main thing is he supports education and the safety of our students in this year. He believes we can balance healthy growth while maintaining excellent schools, our quality of life, and the unique beauty of Sammamish. So that's what we all want. So let's welcome Mr. Kent Treen. Now, few words about Uma. She is a 23-year resident of Sammamish here, and she won the prestigious President's Volunteer Service Award in 2022. She is more committed to the Sammamish as a home, and she continuously demonstrated countless volunteerism and leadership in various activities here. Her priorities, I just want you to hear these priorities when elected. Ensuring the safety of Sammamish, that is important, by focusing on crime reduction, maintaining a balanced budget, that's also important, and protecting the environment to address the climate change. She will promote public transportation option with minimal environmental impact. And she actually endorsed by King County 5th Legislative District Democrats, King County Police Officers Guild, and Humane Voters of Washington, and National Women's Political Caucus, and more. And she is known to us also. So a couple of congregation members know Uma. So we thank for them to come and actually meet our congregation members. So they will be available at the entrance. They have a table. So please meet and talk about them. Okay? Hare Krishna. Now we'll stand for the Arati, Gaura Arati. Thank you. Yeah.
जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद किवा जय जय गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा
जय जय गौर चंदे आरती का शोभा
किवा जय जय गौर चंदे आरती को शोभा
बजयो जय गौरचन्दे आरती शोभा
जानवी तट बने जगमन लोबा
जानवी तटवाने जगमन लोभा
जानवी तट बने जगमन लोभा
जानवी तटवाने जगमन लोभा
किबा दक्षिणे निताई जा बामे गदाधर किबा दक्षिणे निताई जा निकटे अद्वैत श्रेणी भाष चत्रधर
निकटे अद्वैत श्रेणी भाषा चत्रधर
निकटे अद्वैत श्रेणी भाष चत्रधर
निकटे अद्वैत श्रेणी भाषा चत्रधर
किबा बसी आचेन गौरचान रत्न सिंहासने
बसी याचे गौरचान रत्न सिंहासने
किबा बसी आचेन गौरचान रत्न सिंहासने
बसी याचे गौरचान रत्न सिंहासने
आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
वानर हरि आदि करि चामर डोलाय
विवनर हरि आदि कोरी चमार धुलाय
कि वानर हरि आदि कोरी चमर डोलाय
विवनर आदि
कोरी
चमार धुलाय
संजय मुकुंद बासु कुशो अधिगाय
जय मुकुंद बासु घोषाधिगाय
संजय मुकुंद बासु कुशो अधिगाय
Sanjaya Mukunda Basu Ghosadigaya
Iva Shankha baje घंटा baje baje करताल
Shiva Shankha baje घंटा baje baje करताल
Iva Shankha baje घंटा baje baje करताल
Shiva Shankha baje घंटा baje baje करताल
मधुर मृदंग बाजे परम रसाल
मधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परम रसाल
मधुर मृदंग बाजे परम रसाल
मधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परम रसाल
किबा बहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी बदन उजाड़
बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वल
किबा बहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी बदन उजाड़
बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वल
गणक देश बाना माला हरे जनमाला
माला देश बाना माला ओरे जलमाला
गणक देश बाना माला हरे जनमाला
माला देश बाना माला ओरे जलमाला
किबा शिवा सुख नारद प्रेमे गदगद
शिव शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गदगदा
किबा शिवा सुख नारद प्रेमे गदगद
शिव शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गदगदा
भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संपद
भक्ति विनोदा देखे घोरार संपाद
भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संपद
भक्ति विनोदा देखे घोरार संपाद
जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौर निताय
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय दैत्य चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद ओ जय दैत्य चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya कशिपुवक्षः शीलटङ्कानकालये हितो नशिमा परतो नशिमा हितो नशिमा परतो नशिमा यतो यतो यामि ततो नशिमा ओ यतो यतो यामि ततो नशिंगा बहिर्नशिंग हृदये नशिंग बहिर्नशिंग हृदये नशिंग नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमलवरे नकाम् अद्भुत सिंहा दलितालिरनकशिपु तनुभृङ्ग केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमलवरे नका तनुभृङ्ग तव कर कमलवरे नकाम् अद्भुत सिंहा दलितालिरनकशिपु तनुभृङ्ग केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमलवरे नकाम् अद्भुत सिंहा दलितालिरनकशिपु तनुभृङ्ग केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय भक्ति नरसिंह भगवान की जय, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गो प्रभु
Can I sing? Now we'll do the Chaurashtakam. All the members please line up there. You will get a diya and offer it to the Lordship, and on the right hand side there is a place where you can actually put the diya back. And don't crowd too much. Everybody get a chance. When it's crowded, please stay back, because there is a lamp and it's a fire kind of thing, so be careful. व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीतचौरं गोपाङ्गनानां चदुकूलचौरं प्रसिद्धं गोपाङ्गनानां चदुकूलचौरम् अनेकजन्माजितपापचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। अनेकजन्माजितपापचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। श्रीराधिकाय हृदयस्य चौरं नवाम्बुद श्यामलकान्तिचौरम् नवाम्बुद श्यामलकान्तिचौरं पदाश्रितानां च समस्तचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। श्रितानां च समस्तचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। अकिञ्चनीकृत्य पदाश्रितं य करोति भिक्षुं पतिगेहहीनम्। केनाप्यहो भीषणचौरयीदृक् दृष्टश्रुतो वा न जगत्त्रयेऽपि। यदीयनामापि हरत्यशेषं गिरिप्रसारान् अपि पापराशिन्। आश्चर्यरूपो ननु चौरयीदृक् दृष्टश्रुतो वा न मया कदापि। धनं च मानं च ततेन्द्रियाणि प्राणां च हृत्वा मम सर्वमेव।
पलायसे कुत्र द्रुतोऽद्य त्वं भक्तिधाम्नासि मया निरुद्धा त्वं भक्तिधाम्नासि मया निरुद्धा छिन्नसि घोरं यमपाशबन्धं भिन्नसि भीमं भवपाशबन्धम् छिन्नसि सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धं नैवात्मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धम् नैवात्मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धम् मन्मानसे तामसरासि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबद्धा लभस्व हे चोर हरे चिराय स्वचौर्यदोषो चितमेव दण्डम् व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीतचौरं गोपाङ्गनानां चदुकूलचौरम् अनेकजन्माजितपापचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि कारागृहे वस सदा हृदये मदीये मद्भक्तिपाशदृढबन्धन निश्चलासन् त्वां कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटि शतान्तरेऽपि सर्वस्वचौरहृदयान् नहि मोचयामि। श्री चौराष्टकम की जय। हरे
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Devadevam bhaje divya prabhavam. Devadevam bhaje divya prabhavam. Ravana suravairi raghupungavam ramam. Devadevam bhaje. Pankaja sanavinuda paramanarayano. Pankaja sanavinuda paramanarayano. Sangarasita janaga tapachalano. Langabi soshano. Langavi Soshanam Lalita Vibhishanam Venkadesam Sadhum Vibhuda Vinudam Ramam Devadevam Bhaje Divya Prabhavam. Rajavara Segaram Ravikula Sudhakaram. Rajavara Segaram Ravikula Sudhakaram. Ajanu Bagu Nila Prakayam. Ajanu Bagu Lila Prakayam. Rajadi Godanda. Rajadi Godanda. Rajadi Shaguru. Rajadi Godanda. Rajadi Shaguru. Rajivalo Chanam Ramachandram Ramo. Rajivalocanam Ramachandram Ramam. Deva Devam Bhaje Divya Prabhavam. Ravana Suravairi Raghupungavam Ramo. Devadevam Bhaje Divya Prabhavam. Rem Rem Manas Bhajarem रे मानस श्री रघुमीरं भज रे